Okay, we're back. Um, we're going to try this a different way. Like I said, my name's Christina. We're going to be talking with Kat, a registered dietitian, about the dangers of different cleanses. And I'm trying to go live. I'm not sure what's going on and why it's not wanting to work.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, there we go. We got
Hello.
it. We're doing this, and this was something that I kind of wanted to talk about. I've been wanting to do little things about different diets throughout the years.
Oh my goodness. I did not realize how wild my hair was right
Dude,
now.
I did the same thing to mine. I just kind of, and then I was like, oh my god, no. I had to go in
What is this?
water.
Oh man.
I love it. It's long hair. It's fine, honey. It's perfect. It's long hair.
Yes. That's basically what it's been, because today has been mostly, I had one appointment in the morning. Mondays are like I don't have childcare on Mondays. And so it's like a chill day. But I did have one appointment that was cleaning.
Yeah, I actually lucked out. My husband came home early from work, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I actually kind of lucked out a little bit there.
That is awesome. I'm actually going to turn on the TV really quick so I can put on Miss Rachel for the little dude.
Oh, okay, that's perfectly fine.
So I'm excited for what we're chatting about today.
It's something, like me personally, over the years, I've done all the crazy things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're going to go a little bit sugar-horny pseudoscience here, but I've tried everything short of buying a tapeworm.
Wait, tell me more about that. I mean, you don't have to.
Oh,
whatever
you
you're
can buy tapeworms.
comfortable with.
You can buy tapeworms.
Yes.
You didn't know that?
Yes, I did know that, but I don't think that I've ever spoken to somebody who has done that. And I have Miss Rachel on in the background in my my glasses.
I see the glasses. It's Miss Rachel.
Miss Rachel.
Yeah, back when I was bigger and I was trying to lose weight, it happened to be because I didn't realize this, but as a child, the medications that I was on was what was causing me to gain weight, and I weighed about 300 pounds. And I was trying everything I could. I tried the Hollywood diet, those liquid cleanses. I tried herbal diets. I tried everything back then. And I was pretty close to buying one of those tapeworms.
Oh, you were pretty close. You didn't purchase it.
I didn't purchase it, but I had a friend who did, and it almost killed her. Like, it almost killed her. It was bad. She ended up in the hospital and everything.
Oh, no.
And it was just a girl I was in school with,
Yeah. It is so dangerous, and I hate the idea that people think that, they have to do that for a variety of reasons, right? So.
Yeah, and today's topic, those liquid and herbal cleanses, I've seen them going around a lot. My cousin was sent one as a gift. My mom's been approached by people saying they can cure my dad's diabetes and all kinds of different stuff. And even when I did it back in the day, it was not fun. It was not at all something I would recommend to do. It was borderline torturous.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's kind of something I want to talk about is that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. So what really, you can start. This is yours. You can guide the conversation.
What about these 3-day cleanses or herbal cleanses is there anything beneficial to them as a dietitian?
Okay. So yeah. Just if anybody doesn't, I'm not super active on Instagram. I'm trying to be more active on Instagram. But I like to, so I'm a licensed registered dietitian nutritionist and online nutrition coach, and I primarily focus on weight neutral approaches to health. And so in part of that area of practice, digestive health is something that I see on a pretty regular basis. And so when I'm thinking about cleanses or anything that's kind of similar to what a cleanse might be, if somebody is having something like pancreatitis, their doctor in a clinical setting might put them on a kind of like, not necessarily like what you might think of when you hear cleanse, but on like a full liquid diet, just for a very specific amount of time. Or if somebody is on, let's say, like they have other digestive health issues and they're getting an endoscopy or colonoscopy, getting ready for that, then of course you want to have a liquid diet for that
yeah,
small
that's
amount
not
of time.
that liquid go is not fun.
No.
I had it from the top and the bottom at the same time, and that gallon of stuff they make you drink is awful.
Yep. Yeah. I have not tried it, but I have heard a lot of not
Oh, it's
best
gross.
things of it. Yeah. So
Oh,
that
it's gross.
might be like I mean, that's, I wouldn't consider that a cleanse, but I mean, technically, and it's what you're trying to do, you're basically trying to like cleanse.
Yeah,
Get
remove everything from your body.
exactly.
Yeah, and like my doctor, when I first got my gallbladder out, recommended that I do something almost similar to the 3-day refresh, once every 3 to 4 months, just to help me fit, not really, and kind of get my organs going again the right way.
Who was that?
My doctor. It wasn't the 3-day reset, but something similar, eating a plant-based diet for a couple days, sticking around, something similar.
Gotcha.
And then when I got into Beachbody, I just started doing a 3-day refresh, which, I mean, it did help for the reasons why I was using it, but I never really lost weight from it. I never got all these like crazy things that people were saying you would get from it.
Right.
I mean, pretty much it was just a quick, easy way to do what my doctor said without having to go out and get all the different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And being in Alaska at that time was kind of, it was convenient for me, but I also see people doing these ones, and I'm not recommending the 3-day refresh at all. I'm not recommending doing a cleanse at all, but if it is something your doctor recommends, I would recommend staying away from ones from an MLM, like the 3-day refresh or that one that Prove It has, or the one that I would highly recommend staying away from them and going to your local GNC and picking up the supplements from your local GNC.
Or if you are working with a dietitian or a doctor, they could probably, I mean, if there is something specifically that they need you to have, they might even be able to, the doctor be able to prescribe it, or there are some places where dietitians will like be able to provide different kind of supplements for that are third party tested and stuff. So
that's exactly. But I highly recommend not going. But like back to the subject of these liquid cleanses, like we'll go with the Hollywood diet. You know what that is? Do you know what the Hollywood diet is? Oh no, I think Cat froze. Oh no, we lost Cat for a second. Well, hopefully she'll get back. Oh no, she got kicked off. That's what happened. We're waiting for her to get back on. And for those of you who don't know what the Hollywood diet is, I think we've got her back. I'm not sure. I see you. It's not letting me accept your request again. Go live with Kat. Okay. Kat's here. Oh man, so many technical difficulties. I'm so new to all of this. This is just something I was kind of hoping to. Let's see. Request her. Okay, let's remove. Let's see if we can get this working again. Accept. Accept. Oh man, this is crap. It's still not wanting to work. Okay, there we go. So here we go and accept. Let's see if this will work this time. Ah,
I am
there we
so
go.
sorry about that.
It's okay. I live out in the boonies, and so sometimes it's on my end. It's perfectly
I think it
fine.
was me, but the Hollywood diet, you were talking about that?
Yeah, do you know what the Hollywood diet is?
Which, I mean, there's so many.
Okay, so it's an actual 3-day cleanse. You get these bottles of liquid. You can find it at GNC. You should be able to find it at Walmart, all this stuff. So it's these 3 bottles. They're a good 40-ounce bottles, I think. And you drink one a day. And that's all you do. You don't eat anything else. You just drink one of those a day.
And what are their like the reasons that they're promoting it?
To lose 10 pounds in 3 days.
Yeah,
that was a big thing. And it used to be, oh, I don't know if you're old enough to remember this.
Probably.
It used to be on commercials. It used to be on commercials.
For the diet
For the
cleanse?
Hollywood diet. Yeah,
No.
the diet cleanse. You should have commercials for it on TV even.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. But no. When I think about diets and on TV, what I remember, I don't even know what the first one. I did used to see the Beachbody infomercials.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen those. They're everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, but not that one specifically. No. But I mean, even just with cleanses and stuff, it's so frustrating because they're not, like, if your doctor is recommending them or a dietitian for a specific reason, it's because it's for a short amount of time. And a lot of the ones that are being promoted have kind of this, idea that you can just lose the weight really fast. But the concern is, what are you going to do after that? It's not something that is sustainable. And so what I'm really concerned about is the fact that that promotes weight cycling. Is it your dog? Oh.
Come here.
Oh, a child. Hi. Oh. What was
All right,
it?
go put it down, okay?
Oh, I remember. Okay. They're just so low calorie that it's, yes, you can lose 5 or 10 pounds on those cleanses, but that's just not sustainable. And it promotes weight cycling. And we know that weight cycling, that does put a lot of stress on the body. Stress, high blood pressure issues, cholesterol issues. So, yeah. I'm just not a fan of cleanses.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was these herbal cleanses that include things like nightshades.
Nightshades?
Do you know much about nightshades?
I mean, just that they're a specific kind of vegetable that some people are kind of, there's a lot of misinformation about them, that if you eat them, they
do you know about herbal nightshades? Not vegetables. Do you know about herbal nightshades?
No.
No, you don't. Okay, so there's things like wormwood.
Oh, those. Okay.
Wormwood, dogwood is another one. Things like that. That ashwagandha is another one. Did I lose you again? No. Okay. Ashwagandha, I can never pronounce that right. Is another one of them. Ashwagandha, yeah, that was another one of them. There's a lot of people promoting these things, but they're not really talking about the dangers of those to people who have kidney problems, liver problems, or are pregnant. That's the biggest one for me, is people with kidney problems, liver problems, or who are pregnant, or even somebody with diabetes.
Or anybody on medications too, autoimmune conditions.
Yes.
Those kind of herbs can make medications either, like, they can change the effectiveness of it. And so the fact I mean, it's just kind of scary. I would not feel comfortable starting
Very scary.
purchasing a product and like with a variety of herbs in there that's in a proprietary blend where I don't know exactly the breakdown or makeup of it. I just am kind of scared to just try anything like that because it's not evidence-based. So yeah.
Yes. I mean, I've done them before in the past, and they weren't fun whatsoever. Trust me, 3 days in the bathroom isn't fun.
Oh, no.
But I've never tried these little ones that I'm seeing, like the picture that I sent you that has these higher concentrated, really high concentrations of these different herbs.
Mm-hmm.
And is this something people should be worried about? Like, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of what I'm...
What you want to talk about. So yeah, for a few different reasons that comes to mind. One of them is the medication interaction. Absolutely terrifying. I would feel like I would not feel ethically okay with recommending one of those to people because I am not a pharmacist. I'm not a doctor. I don't know of any kind of interactions that those herbs, those very strong herbs, can have on their medications, which can impact their body and their health. So I just first have that like ethical concern. The second thing is that it's very, very low calorie with those, so you might have some like metabolism concerns issues on just if you're doing them often, having that low of an intake. But then also because it's so low in calories, you're not going to be able to meet your micronutrient need. So deficiencies, potentially the risk for deficiencies goes up significantly when you are consuming less than like the 1200 calorie example that you often hear about. One of the reasons why we have that example is because below that amount of calories, it's really hard to get all the micronutrients that we need. Yeah.
Okay, that's another question I have for you. The 1,200 calories. I was reading something here recently, and I was going to share it with you, but I lost it on my Google page. And I couldn't find it again. But I heard that the 1,200 is actually going to be going up to 1,500.
I mean, it should be there. The 1,200 was really based on, some like information on metabolism, but the micronutrient variety. And so if people are getting even 1,200, but they're not getting a variety, then I am totally up for that 1,500 because then that just increases the chances that they can meet their micronutrient status. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was reading that in the dietetics board that there was going to be a change here soon, that it was going to be going up to 1,200 because a lot of dietitians, 1,500, not 12, is going up to 1,500 because a lot of dietitians and a lot of people in the nutrition field don't think that 1,200 is enough.
No. I mean, whenever I did I did a Beachbody, the 21-day fix for a video that I did a couple years ago. I followed the 21-day fix, and I was in the 1,500 range, if I remember correctly. But even at that, I was so starving. And I recorded a little bit of my experience and put it into that first Beachbody deep dive video that I did. But yeah, I'm glad because it's just so hard to meet the variety micronutrient wise when you're getting below that range, and the risk of deficiency is so much increased at that range. So yeah, but then also if you're doing these cleanses and having that very low caloric intake, protein is not getting met either. Protein intake needs requirements, everything, and so yeah. And then also, sorry, so many reasons why cleanses are a concern of mine, but it doesn't necessarily, like, it can be a band-aid. So in the field of digestive health, like there could be so many different reasons why you work with a dietitian when you have digestive health issues. And there are so many different kinds of foods or groups of foods, even like, FODMAP. So that's the low FODMAP diet. Those are specific chains of carbohydrates. But like someone might have issues with that, or they might have some more like immune concerns, like allergy wise, or like food sensitivity wise things going on. But if you just take all of that out and put them on this kind of cleanse, they never really find out what the issue is. And they might feel better for that amount of time, not because of the cleanse itself, but because they took out some of those like problematic foods from their bodies. So it doesn't give enough of an answer, and that's why like it's not evidence-based to just put somebody on one of those cleanses like that. It just doesn't address the root.
Yeah, it doesn't address the roots of the problem. And I just, like I said, I kind of want to talk about these things because it was interesting to me, and I was do you mind if I put this up over on YouTube?
Oh yeah, no, you can do that.
Okay, and then
I
was wondering if maybe you might want to do this every once in a while, talk about different diets throughout the time, throughout history.
If you really, so there's a really good book about that. It's called Fearing the Black Body by Dr. Strings.
I read that book a lot. I read that book so many times. It's a good book. I highly recommend it as well.
It's kind of hard to get through. For me, it was without listening to it. I like to listen to books more so than like physically read them, but because it was so like historically based, it was like it's like a history book almost, kind of. But it's really, really good, and so she really breaks down the history of dieting and how body ideals change.
How body ideals change throughout throughout history. I mean, back in the 1800s, if you were wishy-wishy, you were perfect. Because that means you were wealthy.
Yeah.
That means you were wealthy, and that meant you were a good breeder.
Mm-hmm.
And
it just signified that it's signified that you had the resources to consume enough calories. Food.
Yeah, to consume enough calories, and that you would be able to sustain pregnancy, and that you would be able to give multiple offspring.
Mm-hmm.
All of that as well. So, and then came in the 1920s. Took a turn, and the skinny it girl was in. It would, slowly went from that to be, the skinny it girl that was flat as a board and represented a man's body was the it thing.
It's just so frustrating how we could just let bodies be and not even have and on all different various sizes and numbers wise, just let them be.
Yeah, but like I said, doing the 3-day or these little 3-day liquid cleanses and herbal cleanses, or even I can pull up some stuff about the tapeworm that I was gonna do. That was another one that's kind of a crazy diet that's still happening to this day. Did you know that you can still to this day buy eggs?
Yes.
Yeah.
How was your friend? How long did it take for her to go to the hospital when she intentionally put tapeworms in?
We were in school. This was back in high school, so this was 20 years ago. I don't know when she put them in.
She purchased tapeworm eggs. Oh, hey, Mom.
Yep. And we all bought them. We all bought a bunch, a little pack of eggs, and I didn't do it. Like I said, I ended up not doing it. But it happened about 3 weeks from the time we got the eggs to the time she ended up in the hospital. It was about 3 weeks.
Oh, no.
So, and then we didn't hear from her after that. And, we knew she was okay, but she came back to school, she gathered her things, and she left. I
No.
think her parents sent her to a military school down in Texas at that time, because at that time I was going to school in Alaska. I was going to
Oh,
high school in Alaska, so I think her parents, and that was a big thing for the parents to do at that time, was everybody was getting sent to the military school down in Texas.
oh, oh no. Well, I'm glad that she was able to get some good care.
They were all getting shipped out.
Oh no. Yeah. But anyway, long story short, don't take tapeworms.
Yeah, don't take
Cleanses
tapeworms.
are
Don't.
for if you have pancreatitis or you're getting an endoscopy or colonoscopy and your doctor needs you to be on a liquid diet for a certain amount of time in a clinical
Yes,
setting, basically.
in a clinical setting.
I will say I have been a dietitian for over 7 years now. I have never needed to put anybody on a cleanse. I've had people who I've worked with having like pancreatitis or getting endoscopies or colonoscopies who, for a short amount of time, they can't have any like food or something. They have to be on a specific kind of like intake to literally cleanse out their digestive system. But other than that, it's just not necessary to see improvements in health. Long story short.
Yeah. Yeah, long story short, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think my little one's getting a little bit restless out there. She's getting mad. I'm going to go ahead and hop off, but thank you so much for joining me, and I hope we can do this again about something else later on.
Yeah, that was fun. All right. Okay.
All right. Awesome. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.